Hey everybody, it's Jason Malham with Mastery Life Training, the training you need for the life you want, with the 7th and final installment in a 7-part series entitled Taking Control of Your Life. In my coaching business, I have the great honor and opportunity to work with individuals as well as business teams. And when I do, I will frequently run into a business leader or an entire team of individuals who simply are stuck. They're 100% completely stuck. They have a decision that they need to make. Maybe it's a financial decision. Maybe it's some other business-related decision. Maybe it's a personal or relationship decision. And they simply cannot make the decision. They don't know what to do. The sad and most disturbing part about this is that they have the most vital information that they need to make the decision right in front of them. And that vital information is their intuition. That's the sixth of these mental faculties that we're examining in this 7-part series. They are, again, the idea of perception, will, imagination, memory, reason, and intuition. And when we think about intuition, what is it that we're talking about? What is intuition? Well, I don't know of any technical descriptors for it, but intuition is that intuitive nudge that you get, that hunch that you get to move you in a certain direction. It is that feeling you have to do this or to not do this, to partner with this person or not partner with them. It's the nudge that you have from within that lets you know what direction you probably ought to or probably ought not to go. Intuition can be powerful if it's fed correctly and followed strictly. But most people don't listen to their intuition. Have you ever made a decision, you followed it through, even though it didn't feel great to you, and then later you wish you had listened to yourself? That was intuition at work, or maybe I should say, not at work. Intuition is a very, very powerful thing. Now, why is intuition important? Well, intuition is important because, first of all, you really you ramp your results when you follow your intuition. Following your intuition can lead to incredible results in your life. Again, think about so many times where maybe you didn't follow your intuition and you got some really bad results. Well, it stands to reason then if you had followed your intuition, you would have gotten better results. That's just the way it goes for most people most of the time. You just get better results. Intuition and following intuition will make you a better communicator. That is to say, it will improve your results in the area of relationships in your life. Most people, when they're talking to others, they tend not to focus. They tend not to pay attention to the person that they're talking to. Consequently, the other person can notice that, and it hinders the relationship, whether it's a personal relationship or whether it's a relationship you're trying to build in business, especially with a client. But when you develop the habit of following your intuition and listening to yourself and the impulses that you have about somebody or about a situation, you'll find that spills over into your communications with others. You tend to be very, not just intuitive, but it means that you're really tuning in to them. You're trying to pick up on nuances of what they're telling you, which makes you a better listener and consequently a better communicator. Intuition and following it regularly also makes you more creative because you just tend to listen to the thoughts that you have, the impulses that you have, and that means that you're listening to creative ideas that you have more attentively than maybe you have been to date. So all of a sudden these creative juices are flowing better for you when you develop and strengthen the faculty of your own intuition. So how do you do that? Let's close with a few ideas on how you can strengthen intuition in your life so that you can be a more powerful and more critical thinker in your life as well. The first thing you have to do is you have to feed your intuition. It's like your conscience. If you follow your conscience, well, that could be good or could be bad. Depends on what kind of conscience you have. Depends on what you're feeding it. So you have to decide for yourself, what are the core values that you follow in life? What are the things that are most important to you? Now, that's worthy of a post itself, and I have a note to myself to post on developing your life's core values. It's interesting because businesses develop values that they follow, but you need them individually as well. I have 5 core values that I follow in my life. They are, in this order: God, love, family, mastery, and prosperity. That's how they work in my life. In that post, I'll talk about those more thoroughly. You need to discover, out of a list of potentially hundreds of values, what are most important to you in your life. Take some time, sit down, write them out, and decide. I recommend between 3 and 7 at the most core values that you operate by in your life. Once you have those, you have to feed those in your mind. You have to listen to as much material as you can, read as many books as you can that nurture those values, and listen to people, that is by way of seminars, workshops, if that means sermons, if they're spiritual values, whatever it is, so that you can feed and nourish those values in your mind and consequently in your life. Then you'll find that your intuitive forces will follow those values that are most important to you, so that you can know that your intuition is pretty safe to follow. I hope that makes sense to you. If not, certainly comment below and ask some questions, and I'll be happy to delve into that a little bit more for you. Now, the second thing that I'll recommend to you is that you spend time meditating on those values that are most important in your life. Spend some quiet time in perhaps even a dark place where you'll be uninterrupted, and picture yourself immersed in those things that are most important to you in life. If family is one of those, then picture that and feel it. Feel the feelings of being completely immersed and surrounded by the values that are most important to you. This again just nurtures that in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, so that it governs the intuitive nudges and impulses that you have. A third thing I would recommend to you is to write frequently. Well, write about what? Write about anything and everything that you think about. When you have thoughts, spend time getting them on paper. You see, writing stimulates thinking, and it's your constant thinking, it's your most habitual thinking that will drive your intuition. And the last thing that I'll recommend to you is to trust your intuition. Yes, that's how you strengthen it, by listening to it often and trusting it. Trust your intuition. Here's a great exercise for you, talking about writing. Sit down and write about the last 3 times you can remember where you had an intuitive nudge about a situation or about a person, about a relationship, whatever it was. Think about and write about the last 3 times that you had an intuitive impulse about something. Think about the ones that you followed when you actually listened to your intuition. How did it turn out? Write about it. Assess it. And then think about times where you did not follow your intuition. How did that situation turn out? Now, it's going to be one of 2 things. Either you listened to your intuition, you followed your intuition, and it turned out rather badly for you. Well, great. Now you know that you need to feed your mind with better things. You need to feed your mind those things that relate to the core values of your life. But more often than not, the other thing happens, and that is that when you followed your intuition, it turned out really, really well for you. So I hope this is helpful for you. Do that exercise and do those other 3 things that will help you strengthen your intuition, because this I know for sure. You can cut a lot of drama out of your life, and you can cut out a lot of needless worry about decisions if you'll follow your intuition, because your intuition serves you if you'll let it. I hope this 7-part series on taking control of your life, which is only done by taking control of your mind, I hope it has helped you. I hope that it has enriched your life. And if it has, let me know that in the comments below. If you'd like more information about any of these concepts, any of these 6 faculties, let me know that in the comments as well. And we hope to see more of you at our blog, themasteryman.com. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and to our blog so you can receive this information straight to your email. I'm Jason Malham with Mastery Life Training, the training you need for the life you want. We'll see you soon.